Patience and Kairos. Light them up!
So for anyone wanting to see the gear immediately, here you go. The main weapon is the Oh My God. The shield is a Siphon Super Soldier. The class mod is a Buster with skill and action skill damage. The enhancement, kind of generic, I just went for raw stats. Firmware, maxed Deadeye and 2 on GOOJFC. And here is an overview of the point placement. Now for me to talk your ear off. This was actually 2 separate builds I tried and failed to make way too early in the game, but after revisiting it much later, it now works beautifully as one. For neutral play, the Oh My God will be the main weapon. Its legendary perk is that it will cost no ammo and deal more damage while draining your shield, but if you have an overshield, this penalty is removed. The Super Soldier's legendary perk is split into 2 parts. If the shield recharges to maximum capacity, it'll spawn a partial overshield. While the original layer of the shield is full though, it will grant 25% increased fire rate and movement speed, along with a flat ammo regeneration of 1 bullet per second. The Siphon perk will have a 25% chance to grant a stacking overshield every time I hit a target. Just from this combination alone, you can cheese the overshields before a fight even starts by firing the Oh My God for a moment, damaging the shields, and then letting it recharge, granting you an advantage. Your other 3 weapon slots can be used for either debuff guns, the TDR support drones, or the Jacob's underbarrel grenade launcher. The action skill of choice is the Apophis lance, with either Project Raiju or Project Gorgon as the capstone. Of course, every form of this has the stacking debuff you can apply to any enemy hit, which forces them to take 20% more damage, up to a maximum of 60% more damage if I remember correctly. Now, in a recent change, the Apophis lance now degrades your accuracy and recoil control when in use, but this detriment is completely ignored with the Oh My God having a fixed 100% accuracy and 0 recoil. Now for the skills. The Thrill. For faster fire rate, allowing the beam to have more damage ticks per second, increasing DPS, and hopefully activating the Siphon perk more often. Rinse. Just to go further down the tree. First Impression. This thing stays on even after firing the first shot. So I assume it's acting funky because of all the ammo shenanigans I'm pulling. But if it is still active, then that 50% bonus damage is very much welcomed. Conductivo, for increased status effect chance. Sorry if I messed this one's name up. El Catrin, for bonus universal crit chance and shock damage for my action skill for the next 6 seconds after sliding. This can refresh before the ability ends. Awe. With the point coming from my class mod, whenever I apply a shock status effect onto an enemy, all of my attacks toward them are guaranteed to be critical hits for 2 seconds. This can refresh before the ability ends. Fiesta. Whenever I apply any status effect to an enemy, I no longer consume any action skill duration or Apophis lance charges for the next 2.5 seconds. This can also refresh before the ability ends. Another name for me to try and mess up the pronunciation on. Jacques. Whenever I hit an enemy with a skill, my overdrive bonuses will increase and stay increased until that instance of overdrive fades away. Deadline. While overdrive is active, I'll get even more fire rate and a boost to reload speed. Per my last. Whenever I deal damage with my action skill, I have a chance to double it. And for my last 4 points, I chose El Soldado. where I gain 24% bonus gun damage while overdrive is active, and double whenever the Apophis lance is charging. I don't know about the charging part though working, since the versions of the lance we're going to be using are just more instant fire types. But even then, the first part's good enough. For my specializations, I have Riddle You This, for more gun damage when I hit an enemy with gun damage. Bullet Train, for more damage while strafing. A Honed Mind, for action skill critical hit damage. The crit chance is nice too. I Am a Gun, so my action skill now copies 50% of all my gun damage bonuses. The intended playstyle can be two ways. Either hold the Apophis solely for bosses and terrorize minions with neutral play, or just go nuts with the dual beam action, juggling status effects for unlimited Apophis charges. Bossing itself becomes a battle of attrition in your favor, being able to hold the trigger and just latch on 2 damage beams of infinite duration, while having an additional layer of defense to help soak up any damage. This is my first genuine build I successfully made, and it has been really fun to use.